Hello.
What's going on, John? This is Max and Dave from Locked In.
Hey, how you doing, guys?
Good. How about you? The levels sound good? You hear us fine?
Yeah, I'm hearing you good.
Awesome. Awesome. We'll get started here. So last couple times you were on the podcast getting locked in, a couple things we talked about was a tournament in welterweight, and we talked about you fighting Roy, and both of that came to fruition. How does that feel?
So it feels pretty good. I kind of feel a little psychic.
Hey, we're pretty good at what we do, buddy.
Yeah.
Well, we all know that Rory's facing Masasi first for the middleweight title. I don't know if you think about this, it's a huge advantage for you. Like, you have Rory in your sights. I know you know how he fights, and you got the video footage and all that. But do you think that's a big advantage in your part, that Rory's got a fight even in front of you?
I mean, not really. We've both been fighting for a long time. It's not like there's anything secret that's going to be seen. I'm just hoping that there's no major injuries or cuts or anything that would delay our fight or keep him from competing more.
Sure.
Yeah, so, I think it's more stressful than anything because I have to, I have to kind of patiently sit and wait. I have to train and stay in decent shape, but I don't want to do too much because the fight could be so far away. I don't want to run myself down or get burnt out.
Yeah.
So, there's a lot of intangibles that are around it. So I just have to, keep on my diet, stay strong, stay in the gym, and just, be patient.
Yeah, you got to cross your fingers. But, okay, so Dave and I were talking about it. It's interesting. In this tournament, the belt will be going from place to place, of course, if it changes, but the belt will be in contention. How do you feel about the belt moving around in the tournament? Obviously, you don't want it to move around. You want it to be in your hands. But do you like that idea?
No, I like the idea that the belt's on the line every fight. You could see the belt change hands 3 times in a tournament. But I like it because I could win the belt first round, and then I'm guaranteed to fight, relatively quickly,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm not getting any younger, so I'd rather crank the fights out now and get it over with, so to speak.
For sure. This is interesting too because it seems like Bellator is very successful at these tournaments, these Grand Prix. Do you think that's something other organizations such as the UFC will start doing? Do you personally like them?
I like what the Bellator is doing, how they're doing it. I don't know if other people can do it. I don't know if they have enough name recognition to pull a tournament.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times tournaments benefit kind of up and comer guys, but I think with the way Bellator does things, I think it's a big promotional bonus for all the guys involved, and I don't know. It's fun for the fans, I think.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely, guys. Hey, we got Jon Fitch on the line, Bellator #1 contender for the welterweight title. Okay, Max and I, we love just talking sports, and we love coming up with theories and ideas and way to, upgrade. One of our best MMA theories, we think, is a scoreboard. Soccer, football, baseball, basketball, they all have it. So, like, if you're in a 5-round fight with Rory, and, of course, you'll be winning the rounds with the ground and pound. We know that. But wouldn't that be cool after the first or second round, John, that you can look up, blue side's up 1-1 or 1-0, or, after the fourth, especially going into the fifth. Wouldn't you rather be, you're 2-2 or 3-1, just like how close that DJ Cejudo fight was? Do you like our idea of having a MMA scoreboard?
Yeah, no, I think that's a great idea to let the fighters know where they stand in the judge's eyes and, how close the fight is or isn't. A lot of times some guys can't really rely on their corner to be honest with them and how the fight's going.
Agree.
But yeah, I think it's a good idea. Honestly, I don't see a disadvantage to it. If you know where you stand going into the next round, it can drastically change how you fight.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Like Dave was saying, basketball, you see a scoreboard. Football, you see a scoreboard. Soccer, tennis, everything you see a scoreboard. And one of the kind of feedbacks we've had that's on the negative side is, it can affect the fighter's personality or like his mindset going into the next round. But I look at that as an advantage, not a disadvantage, because like you just said, if you're down, you have to win the next round. But we talked about DJ and Cejudo. I have to ask you, who did you have winning that fight? Because Dave and I disagree on this one. I thought DJ won the fight. Obviously, he thought Cejudo. Who did you have in that one?
I have not seen the fight yet.
Oh, man. So just take my word for it then.
It was a really good fight. But back to you and back to Bellator. What do you feel about the rest of the field? There's a lot of great names in it. A guy like Paul Daly's in it, who you just won. MVP's in it, who's right now a big, hot, trendy name in the MMA game. Have you looked at the rest of the field, or is it, hey, tunnel vision, I got Rory first for the belt, and I'm going through him first, and then I'll worry about the rest?
No, I mean, I can't help but see whoever else is in the tournament. It's been promoted before we even knew what our matchups were going to be. So I've been looking at all the matchups. Everybody is tough. The welterweight weight class, Bellator, is probably the toughest weight class. We may have the toughest welterweight weight class in the world. So these are all tough fights. There's a lot of potential guys could come out on top. But I'm just gonna take it one fight at a time. Put the crosshairs on Rory and start getting ready for that. And I'll be ready for what comes next.
That's awesome. One thing about our podcast is we're not scared to be biased. We root for people. You're not supposed to, but we do. We're rooting for you to win. But as a welterweight, as a fan of the sport, I have to. I want your opinion. Do you have Darren Till or do you have the champ? Who do you have winning the fight?
No, I think he keeps the belt.
Really?
I think he's got enough tools to stay on top right now. I think he can do it.
Yeah, Woodley's obviously legit. And then the last time we discussed, we had Conor and Khabib. That fight was a hypothetical. That came to fruition. You have to get locked in. Who do you have winning that fight?
No, I think Khabib wins that fight.
Really?
He's already in town training. He's already in good shape. Khabib's a monster.
He is.
And he will get inside. He will take down Khabib, or he will take down McGregor.
Yeah.
And it'll be a mauling if he gets him to the ground, or when he gets him to the ground. Conor always has a puncher's chance, but I don't know. He's got a pretty good chin.
Yeah, no, absolutely. He's undefeated for a reason, right? Us media types, I know you probably don't think about it or maybe even care about it, or maybe you do. One thing I thought of, when you beat Rory for this welterweight championship, I thought about the whole MMA scene. John, I think you are the only fighter that will go down in the UFC Hall of Fame and one day go down into the Bellator Hall of Fame. Is that something that's like wow to you, or have you ever thought of it, or have you ever heard that before? Us media types, we talk about it. It's what we do.
It's all we do.
I just think it's awesome. I think how you've two different, UFC and Bellator, and to dominate the division like you had in both, things have been amazing. So could be a two-time Hall of Famer.
Yeah, I mean, that would be something.
Yeah, that's incredible. You fought the who's who, obviously. People want to hear you. They want to like you on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Where can they find you at? You have your website. Please tell us all about it.
Yeah, go and you can find everything, jonfitch.net, and you can find what's going on with me there, and check out my other social media through that website.
Awesome. Thank you, Jon, for giving us your time. You're awesome as always.
All right, guys. Thank you.
All right, have a great day.
Have a good one.